What's going on, guys? It's your boy LQ, Mr. Real Deal Fantasy HQ. Fire content only. Here again for another great episode. And today we're going to be talking about the Bears, man. I know a lot of Bears fans are out there. They're getting excited what they're seeing from Justin Fields and what the offense is looking like. But most importantly, we're going to be talking about Cole Kmet. I'm officially on board for the Cole Kmet train. I'm officially on board. Listen, he's going to be great this season. There's nobody else there. There's only Darnell Mooney, but we'll get into the details very soon. So I don't want to waste any more time. So let's get right into the episode. Hey, before we jump into the fire content, please make sure you guys like and subscribe, and please follow me on Twitter for the latest, greatest fantasy content, bringing the heat every single week, every single day, every single hour. I'm going to be tweeting, putting out my thoughts, my advice, my insight, and et cetera, et cetera. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. So let's get right into the heat, man. Listen, Cole Kmet season is upon us, and I don't think too many people are taking it serious. I'm still getting Cole Kmet in those later rounds, in the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th round I got him at, and the Big Dogs Got to Eat Bash. Make sure you go follow those guys over there. Those are my dudes. Shout out New Jersey, even though I'm here in Cali now. West Coast. Now, listen, let's get into this Cole Kmet. Now, Cole Kmet, man, he is set up for success. I definitely see Cole Kmet coming out the gate on fire. He's going to be a target hog. Now, it might sound crazy, but I think Cole Kmet will lead the Bears in targets. That's more targets than Darnell Mooney. I got Darnell Mooney looking around 100, maybe 110 targets, and then I got Cole Kmet and that high 130, 135 to be exact. Now, listen, it sounds crazy, but if he sees that amount of targets and he catches at least 85 to 90 of those balls, where he has a very good catch percentage as well, I definitely feel as though Cole Kmet could be easily a top 5 conversation tight end at the end of the 2022 fantasy football season. Now, hear me out. The wide receiver core is very thin, but what we saw displayed during the preseason game where Justin Fields threw those 3 touchdowns, yes, 3 touchdowns. That offense was moving. The pocket was moving. It looked very smooth, great decision-making, and he was making a lot of plays that gives a lot of Bears fan, and hey, I'm a Justin Fields fan now. I have nothing bad to say about him, but he's giving a lot of people hope coming this fantasy football season. Now, a little touch on Justin Fields. Justin Fields is a great super flex option. He's a great QB too. I'm willing to go out there and get a Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, and then wait in those later rounds, get some stock up on my wide receivers and running backs. Have Justin Fields as my second quarterback. I'm okay and confident with that. And what gives me confidence in that gives me confidence in Cole Kmet and Darnell Mooney, touching on him a little bit. Cole Kmet is going to be set up for success based on him being a tight end. A lot of these second-year, quarterbacks, they try to go to that safety net. It's a new offense, so we're chalking it up that this is year 1 for Justin Fields, and he definitely needs that safety net, which is going to be Cole Kmet. I definitely look to have him in the end zone more often than not. Last season, it was kind of chalked up as a dub with Jimmy Graham still there taking all those red zone targets, and now it's a Cole Kmet show, and he's right on target for that year 3 breakout. People, we know the year 3 code, the year 3 formula for tight ends. It usually takes the 3rd year for a breakout. Now, a little history lesson now. The last tight end to have over 135 targets and have at least 85 catches in their year 3 breakout and to finish tight end 1 was Antonio Gates, 2005. Now, these numbers, these predictions that are having, that I'm having in my head and trying to put into the universe of him having like 135 targets, 140 targets, 85, 90 catches, he can easily finish as the tight end 1. And here's the kicker. I'm saying he'll have 9 or 10 touchdowns. This is a crazy bold prediction. Again, based on this comes down to the offense. It comes down to Justin Fields actually delivering these numbers for Cole Kmet to produce. But hey, I'm taking a chance. I'm able to get Cole Kmet in the 13th round, people. The 13th round. Like, I can't believe I was able to do that. And I really feel as though, man, Cole Kmet is a low risk if he's gone that late in those drafts. How can you leave draft day without Cole Kmet, who could possibly lead that team in targets? Because like I said, it's Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet. There's nobody else. Like, really, there's nobody else. David Montgomery might even get 50 targets or 60 targets. I really feel as though this is the Cole Kmet offense. This is where the safety net goes in that middle of the field. He's a constant mismatch to some of these linebackers. He's cutting them up. And what we saw in the preseason, him finding the end zone, that was such a great route. And I definitely think Justin Fields is looking for Cole Kmet, again, as the safety net. If he can't get Darnell Mooney down on the outside, he's going to look for his read to go to Cole Kmet because he's going to get those easy yards. And again, Justin Fields is a mobile quarterback. He can get out of that pocket. We know the O-line is trash. So the way to get around that, if you have a bad O-line, the way you can get around that is moving the pocket. And he looks so smooth doing that in the preseason. So if they keep this play action up, they keep this going on for Justin Fields, he's set up for success. I don't know how he ends up being what he was last season. These are the tools, and these are the little things that will help Justin Fields produce as this high caliber, talented quarterback that we know he is coming out of college. So again, Cole Kmet season's upon us. I don't want you to miss out on. So please go get you some Cole Kmet, man. I mean, draft days aren't over, man. It's the 29th. We still got time. Some people are drafting today that I'm recording this. So probably by the time you see this tomorrow, they're still going to be drafting people. The season is 11 days away from today, from recording, and there's plenty of draft left. And I want you guys to go and get that Cole Kmet on your roster. And again, he still falls in that tier of like waiting later on tight ends instead of getting the early big dogs. Like once Kittle's gone, Andrews gone, Pitts is gone, Kelsey's gone. Hey, there's still plenty of talent down there where Cole Kmet is that easy pickup. And listen, like I said, low risk, high reward. I definitely want you guys to go get Cole Kmet. So that wraps up this episode. A quick little episode I wanted to put out there about Cole Kmet. It is Cole Kmet season. Justin Fields season may be upon us as well. And I definitely like the odds of Darnell Mooney being a top 15 wide receiver, people, with Justin Fields looking a lot better than last year. So I want you guys to like and subscribe this episode. Leave a comment below on what you guys think, and I'll be back next week for another great episode of Real Deal Fantasy HQ with your boy LQ. Peace.